Oh, that's a good
Crack
sound.
it open.
I want to know what you think about it.
Oh, dude. I buy these for elk hunting and have them in the cooler.
Yeah.
So good.
When do you have them? Like when you're driving at night?
Driving at night or, sometimes first thing in the morning. Like I won't take the time to make hot coffee. Just chug 2 of these and be out the door.
Sauna Sam, bow hunters are losers.
There
Please
you go.
explain.
We're losers. Yeah. I would say, 99% of the time, even when you find elk, the opportunity blows up and you never get a shot and you end up bow hiking back to the truck or back to camp or on to the next elk. So you just lose over and over and over. And the only metric for success that I found in bow hunting elk is I won't quit. It's just didn't work out, go again. Didn't work out, go again. Go find new elk over and over and over. And eventually you find yourself in the right spot and you gank an arrow and hopefully you make a good shot. But I mean, it's last season I got 2 elk. So I got one in Idaho, one in Montana, but it was 10 days in Montana before I ever got a shot. And I was in elk every single day.
Every day.
But yeah, within bow range a few times, but could not get a shot. And it's so disheartening. Yeah. The feeling comes over you like, it's never going to happen. It's never going to happen. Even though it's happened year after year after year, it's never going to This is the year that I get skunked, right? And then
those thoughts do creep in, right?
Oh, they do big time. And then you put them out of your mind. It's like, no, because next time it might work.
When do you have that one question? I hate this question, but it will happen every year, and I'll stop and I'll be like, "What am I even doing?"
Right.
You know what I mean? That question.
Yeah.
Because then like a bunch of stuff spills out. Like I could be at home with my family.
Right.
I could be like actually a good dad right now. I could be doing stuff for my business. I could be, and then you have to how do you shut that voice down? That question.
Yeah, and that's a difficult one. And I think anyone who puts a significant amount of time into any goal or venture that from the outside could be looked at as selfish, you're going to have that. Because you start, at least for me, for some reason, I care what people think about me. And I'm getting better at not caring as much what people think about me. But I kind of suffered from that a lot through my life. Like I cared what people thought. So, caring... Is my wife getting upset? Is there going to be animosity? Should I be at home with my kids, helping take care of them? My business partners, shout out to Steve and Joe. However, before we ever went into the first business venture together, I sat them down and
Put some cards on the table.
Yeah, I was like, hey, okay, so I think this can be great. But you guys, and Steve already knew because he's a bow hunter also, but maybe not as hardcore as you or I. But I told him, I was like, every September until I can't walk, I'm gone. I was like, so you guys right now, before you go into business with me, you have to know this. You have to be okay with this. Like it's going to seem obnoxious and not that important to you. But to me, this matters. Like this is something I want to do as long as I'm able-bodied. So they were, in the beginning, no problem. Last year, it's like August and they're like, hey, let's do this. I was like, it's September. They're like, oh yeah. And so Steve, more sacrificing than me, actually hasn't elk hunted the last 2 years.
What?
Because, he's so immersed in building this business and company that, but
you're a pretty young company, right?
Yeah. 3 years now.
No way.
Yeah. 3 years. And yeah, we don't have to talk too much about that, but it's been remarkable. Like, some real successful business people have come along and said, you got in this short of time, you've done, this is not normal. This is remarkable. And a lot of it is, God's good timing that we got into natural health and longevity sector at the time we did, right when really COVID was happening. Yeah. A lot of people's minds woke up at that time to be like, I think I want to take my health into my own hands a little bit. Mm-hmm. And then, every influence in the world talking about really educating people on how great sauna actually is for you. just a great time to get into that industry. So a lot of the success was just doing it, but a lot of it also is I often say my goal in this company is to wake up and be the dumbest human in the company. That's my goal. I want to hire people so much smarter than me in their respective areas that what they're doing, keep doing it because that's working. Obviously, I don't understand it. And we're getting there. Like we have some people on our team that are just remarkable at what they do.
Really?
Yeah. And I'm just they call me the delusional visionary of the company because it's I see the big picture and I see where it's going. I'm not exactly sure of all the steps in between.
Yeah.
It's like, how do we get there? And that's why we've hired some of these really great people to figure out how to execute the steps to get to this vision. And we're going to get there. Yeah, it's going.
You said it best. Like, what am I even doing here?
Mm-hmm.
Have I actually ever really killed an elk before? Like, I know you have. You killed quite a few.
Right.
But you got to a point on the mountain where you were questioning your own ability to have success. And you told me a cool story today. Like, so Sam and I have been kicking all day. Like, we started off, and we'll go through it, but we did his workout at his gym, which was phenomenal. We went to your sauna joint. It's called
Symmetry Sauna Studio. Yeah, in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho.
Quite the experience.
Cool.
Especially compared to your old location and the old experience.
Yeah.
And I'm not just gassing you up, dude. I'm telling you, that was a vibe.
Yeah.
That location is incredible. So we did contrast therapy, for lack of a better term.
Yep.
Hot, cold, hot. You guys can watch the video. It's a pretty good experience. I feel so good right now.
I know.
And then we just walked over and saw where we're going to probably put our sauna.
Cool.
Next to our hot tub. And I question how much I'll use the hot tub now.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Who knows, right? But my prediction is going to be you're going to use the sauna far more than the hot tub.
Because you just can't really sweat in a hot tub.
Right.
Not too much.
Yeah. The way you feel after sauna is after hot tub, I feel hot and I feel tired. After sauna, I feel revived. I don't know what it is. Like mentally revived more than anything else.
I told my wife, you were go getting your arrows. I was like, I feel like I could work out again today.
Right.
And we did a really terrible workout.
Yeah.
And I'm older. I don't usually feel like that. Honestly, I'll be like, okay, I got to work. I won the day. But what a fun day. I live for days like this, man. Like,
yeah, this is it.
We both blocked the day off to just hang out, but you're 11 years older than me. And you, to me, like, I want to be just like you when I'm 55. I want to be in business. I want to be full send. You're an entrepreneurial. You're a diehard elk hunter. You're an archery geek. You're an archery nerd. Like, my audience should just eat you up, especially the older guys that, like, there's no more aging out of bow hunting. Like, Sam, I'm going to, Lord willing, be bow hunting in my 80s.
Yep.
Because I am going to be training, nutrition, saunas, cold plunge, et cetera, et cetera.
Right.
Don't you think, like, have you seen what even TRT, like, I'm not on it, but like some of the guys, how they looked at age 30 and now how they look at age 45 and
50, I know.
And it's like,
it's crazy.
Like, is 44 the new 30? I don't know.
Yeah, it's that's a whole nother thing, right? The peptides, TRT.
Yep.
And like, I'll be open about it. I'm on testosterone cream, just a tiny little dab of cream, rub on the inside of my thighs once a day. And because I was feeling tired, I was feeling down, went to my medical person in Coeur d'Alene and did the whole blood panel and everything. And she was like, your testosterone's low.
Total and free.
Total and free. And I'm like, why? I was like, I deadlift, I do sprints, I eat elk meat, I eat beef. Like, what is going on? And she was like, it's an epidemic in America. Mm-hmm. She was like, it's the microplastics, it's, all these external reasons that are honestly kind of out of our control. Yeah. And, that was actually depressing at that time.
Really?
I was like, because I thought, well, I'm never going to have to get on anything, right? Because in your head, you kind of feel like it's steroids until you're educated.
That's where I've been.
Yeah.
I'm not on it now.
Right.
And I'm kind of like a feather in my cap.
Right. Exactly.
But I'm not going to lie to you. I've seen what it's done to some of my friends who are experiencing symptoms. And it's like a new life. Like, they have more energy, a smile on their, like, one of my friends never smiles. Like, he's a serious dude. Uh-huh. And I've seen him smile more in the last 3 months than I've ever seen him smile in my life. And I'm like, there's just a noticeable difference in your demeanor. And then also, like, he's really jacked right now. And he wasn't not jacked, but there's a difference in his strength, his power, his confidence, his swagger. There is something to be said about, like, I think we're just in the beginning stages of ironing this out to where it's no longer taboo.
Sure. Right.
It's just kind of like, this is like taking a multivitamin.
Yeah.
Like you do a peptide at a certain point when the numbers tell you.
Right.
You do this sauna protocol, you do this red light therapy, you do the cold plunges, you get the sleep. Like, we're kind of figuring out some stuff.
We are. Yeah. Hormonal balance, it makes a giant difference in how you feel, how you perceive things, how negative thoughts, all that stuff. It's made a huge difference. And, I'm like, I don't want to do the injections. I don't really want the pellets. So I told my lady, I was like, yeah, I'll take a squirt of cream, put it on my thighs, and let's see what happens.
Is it a daily thing?
Daily, yeah, okay. Once a day.
Do you have your levels checked recently?
Yeah.
What's your total?
Total was just under 800.
You're double mine right now.
Yeah, it was like just under 800. And when I had tested previous to getting on any, it was like 340 or something, my overall.
Yeah.
And it was, she told me, she's like, look, when a man gets a bit less than 600, you're signing up for disease. She was like, you're just signing up for long-term health issues.
I need to go see this lady.
Is what she told me. And then, but it's been good. It's not like it was like, oh my God, I'm just unstoppable now. But it was just, I would say like a 10 to 20% difference in my mind and then how I feel, how fast I recover. Now, more than that, maybe equal to that is BPC 157, my best friend.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah. I haven't, for 6 months I've been off it. And the last month I started, doing the little insulin needles right in my belly fat, just a shot a day. And dude, that stuff for me, it's magic. That's the magic pill. My knees don't hurt. My elbows don't hurt. And I mean, as you know, I played competitive volleyball for 20 years, a lot of jumps and a lot of landing on these knees.
The
landing, especially indoor on the hard court.
Like the sand's one thing.
The sand's more forgiving.
But the indoor.
It was at a point where 4 or 5 years ago, like jogging downhill, knee
replacement
could not do it. Yeah, it was just always in pain.
Yeah, I had a good run with that stuff too. Until I didn't. Like I had.
So did you start getting a reaction?
I got a reaction, and my wife, I just checked with her.
Okay.
Like maybe a month ago, I was like, hey, I think I want to try it again.
Right.
What'd you do with the stuff that was in the fridge? And she's like, I threw it away. And I was like, I bought the nicest, most expensive stuff you could. So I'm out. I need to reload. But I think it would make sense to go on it like for a stretch every year.
Right.
Potentially maybe even just like the winter months.
Yes.
I'm a believer. I thought it got my post ACL surgery recovery. I thought it really helped.
You healed fast from that and rehabbed.
Yeah.
That was amazing, actually.
Yeah, I had a good PT.
Yeah. So, your PT was a stud. But I think it literally repairs. I've talked to people now with torn labrums, BPC and TB 500, no surgery, completely healed in like a 2-month period.
Yep.
And they thought it was going to be surgery. So that stuff is amazing and naturally occurring in the body. It just declines over time as we get older.
So if you're 55 and you're a diehard elk hunter who schedules the entire month off and usually has 2 elk tags at minimum, how long are you going to do this stuff? How long do you see yourself elk hunting? Straight up.
I told one of the guys that works with us, we were talking about, goals in life. And I was like, I want to be the first guy to shoot an elk with my bow at 100 years old. I was like, and this is why they call me the delusional visionary. Now, maybe that's impossible. I don't know. But why not set the goal so high that, let's say I don't hit it, but at 89, right? I kill a bull elk with my bow.
Definitely.
Maybe it's just a raghorn. I don't care. I'm eating elk meat. And so I see myself doing this for a long time. Now, if the good Lord takes me out before that, completely fine, right? You can't control what you can't control. But the things we can control, why not get up, move your butt every day, try to eat as healthy as we can, and use some of this science that's coming out. Like, it's good stuff.
It's a good time to be alive. Guys, interrupting the pod. I'm inside ElkShape HQ getting a workout in. I was thinking about you. I'm 44 years young. I've gotten my blood work done every year about the same time of year, and I'm working with Sage Bio now so that you can get your blood work done, look under the hood. Maybe you and your significant other. I know Alicia and I did it, and we can talk about our numbers. And especially you guys, like I didn't know what my testosterone levels were, free testosterone. I didn't know what my total cholesterol was, good cholesterol, bad cholesterol. Now I know. Plus, it's one lab test and it's all the data you need. And you can do about once a year and get your health score, and you can work with their team. So if you have any questions, discount code ElkShape10. What you want to do is go over to training.elkshape.com, click on the blood lab with Sage Bio, pick what works best for you. I recommend the athlete profile. Add that discount code ElkShape10, you'll save a little loot, and get it done today so that you know what you need to do tomorrow. Separations in the preparation, back to the pod.
Right, it is.
Will you run the audience through kind of what we did today, like leading up to like right now? And don't forget to include the exciting discovery in my archery range today, because that made my day. But yeah, take us through like 9 o'clock. We met at the local gym. Shout out to, was it Peak?
Peak Gym, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Peak Health and Fitness in Coeur d'Alene. That's the gym I go to. So yeah, Dan came over, met me there, and I actually had texted him like, hey, you're the fitness guy, but if you don't have a workout ready, I'll put together a little circuit, something that, similar to what I do, and we'll run through it. So he was like, take it away.
Yeah.
So I'll run through that real quick. We did, we started with, they've got a nice thing of green turf in the gym and a sled. So we pulled and pushed the sled. What is it? Was that about 20 meters, 25 meters?
I said 20 meters down.
About 20 meters pull, 20 meters push, and then grabbed a 25-pound plate in each hand, 10 squat jumps, getting off the ground, onto kettlebell shoulder presses, 10 of those, onto first round for me was 20 split jumps. So like a lunging split jump where you're scissor switching in the air, which are freaking killers.
The best.
Right. And then Dan was nice enough to add in one more thing, which was a plate push. So you 45-pound plate on the ground and like kind of bear crawl, push that thing 20 meters up, 20 meters back. That's round one. We did that 5 rounds. And what I realized today was normally between exercises, I put a little recovery in there, and Dan was behind me. So he was pushing me whether he knew it or not, because I'm stupid and competitive. I didn't want him to pass me up. And I got to like probably an 8 or 9 out of 10 on the puke factor at the end of that. That's awesome. I was ready to hurl, which was sucky, but amazing. Just knowing I like taxed my heart rate that hard today. It was good.
Yeah, that was some high heart rate stuff.
And I don't know, those kind of workouts where you really push your heart rate and really fatigue your legs, though to me that translates to elk hunting more than anything else. More than just, I know like your good buddy Cam Haynes goes out and can run 20 miles, and I think I can't do that. Like I can't go run 20 miles in the mountains. Maybe over time.
Pay the price.
Yeah, I would pay
a big price.
I'd pay the big price. But for me, I kind of look at elk hunting like this: it's mostly hiking, which is walking at a zone 2, maybe zone 1, zone 2. Yeah. You're hiking, and I can hike for a long time. I can just walk for a long time without taxing my body too hard.
Yeah.
And then every now and then there's the elk. And I do this all the time, running Tubbs Hill or Canfield Mountain. I'm always like, the elk are right there. I got to get there. And so, for a few hundred meters, I'm going to push it super hard and just kill myself going up this steep embankment. But constantly playing this elk tape in my head, like I got to get up there. I got to get up there fast. I got to get up there fast and then try to recover in time to get a shot. And that's how elk hunting usually goes. It's like, slow. You're just trying to find elk, trying to play them, trying to find elk. And then sometimes you got to make a move really fast to get to where you want to go. And then, as we both know, once you get one down, you have to have overall body strength enough to get the thing back to the truck. So carrying a quarter at a time or whatever you can carry.
Plus gear.
Yeah. I did a couple. Both my elk this year weren't that far from where I was parked, actually. One of them was 400 yards from the truck. That was crazy.
I don't like you at all.
And
that is doing it right.
Yeah, my buddy Adam and I got that thing out we took half of it in one load, second half in one load, 2 of us, and it was at the truck in no time. So I've not had that happen. But the first one was only about a mile, which wasn't bad either. But I took way too much in one load on that one. with Joel Turner's pack out bags.
Oh yeah.
Which are obviously designed for boned out meat.
Yes.
But I tried to carry full quarters with bone in.
How'd that go, man?
Front and back. Brutal.
You made it?
Made it.
You didn't wave a white like a
No,
white
I carried 2 quarters with a bunch of loose meat also, but it was just like one step at a time. But I was just like, it's just one trip and the truck's right there. So one trip at a time. But this is why I do squats and deadlifts every week, at least once a week. Just something heavy, taxes the whole body a bit.
Oh, tell them about our finisher.
Oh, right.
Did we discover the greatest thing ever?
The hidden machine. What is that thing even called?
Jacob's ladder.
Yeah, Jacob's ladder. It's like it's almost like a stair stepper, a step mill that rotates around, but it's a ladder. So you get on that thing and it's kind of bear crawl position and you're just going up.
I want to do it with a pack on.
Yeah, the higher you go up, the faster the thing moves. The lower you are down, the slower it moves. But calves get baked, quads get baked, everything, core.
So much oxygen requirement too. I was like breathing so hard when we're done with, we're doing a minute on, minute off.
Right.
That was quite the finisher. And then to have a finisher, we didn't really need one. That was more of mental. That was like, hey, let's bank some mental toughness for September. Let's go do this Jacob's ladder thing. I didn't really know what we were getting ourselves into, but that was legit.
Well, as you mentioned, right, iron sharpens iron. It was cool to have someone else to work out with today because I always work out alone.
Same.
It's just me, and I don't always push that hard, obviously, but it was nice to have someone else there.
Same goal.
Yeah, right.
Which was great to train with somebody who has the exact same goal as me. I don't care how I look.
Right.
I do want to feel good. I'm not training for 6-pack abs.
Right.
I just want to be able to kill an elk. That's my only goal. And the slate is wiped clean. I haven't killed one this year. Have you?
No. Right. Say less. Same thing. And the Jacob's ladder finisher, would I have done that had you not been there? Nope. I would not. I wouldn't have done that today.
You got to add that in, man.
But
legit.
But even though I felt like I was on the verge of puking, this is the stupid competitive part of me. I was like, if Dan's doing it, I'm doing it.
That's
like
cool.
if he's doing it, I'm doing it.
Yeah.
And so it was like, okay, we're doing it. And it was cool. Like my son and I have done Jacob's ladder one time for like a minute. That's the only time I've ever been on that machine. And now I'm like, I'm going to start putting that in my workouts.
I want one.
Thing's cool.
Definitely.
Yeah.
If you own Jacob's ladder and you want to send me one, there are certain products I would like, I will do
Support
whatever.
that.
I will support that. But then we got to go to your location.
Right.
The location itself, I can't get over how beautiful it is. I have never been to that little. I've done Tubbs Hill. How many? I mean,
all right. How many times have you hiked
I've never,
it?
Like I thought I had wrong direction. Actually, did have wrong directions. But when I was getting in the back area of Coeur d'Alene there, I was like, I've never been here. This is cool.
Yeah.
Cool neighborhood.
Right.
And then you pull up and there's the lake and there's your joint.
Right.
That place is legit.
So it's like a 8,000 square foot building.
Yeah.
That we leased the whole thing on a 10-year lease. And
did you personally guarantee it?
Yep.
Oh, baby.
Put my name on it.
Y'all that don't know what I've just said there.
Right.
They're dangling. He put them out there. They are dangling in the wind. Good for you.
And so, Joe, Steve, and I, we all personal guaranteed it for 10 years. And so,
wow.
We're looking at each other like, if this thing doesn't come profitable, like, we're going to be selling burritos out of this place.
Something.
Or, what are we going to do? But we were like, no, we were confident it would work. And it's such a cool location because you're sitting in our big community sauna, big picture window, looking at Lake Coeur d'Alene, looking at the mountains. The most epic view anywhere. One of the most beautiful places in America, in my opinion. Yeah. And we have a lot of people out of Coeur d'Alene, Spokane travel for work, right? And we have people who, every city they go to, they look for a sauna studio and they go do a sauna experience. Then they come back. And this is what makes it so cool is they come back and they go, hey, we've done every sauna experience in America just about. This is the one. They're like, this is the nicest. This is the best place we've found in all of the USA, which is like, wow, it's crazy. And a lot of that, Steve, one of my business partners, he's like a designer, like just
the aesthetics are sick. I'll give it to you.
He designed all of that, and
did you guys bootstrap this?
Bootstrapped it,
legit.
Yeah.
So and for those listening, I'm asking him in the nicest way possible. Hey, did you borrow money or did you bootstrap this? What I'm saying is these guys bet on themselves and they put their money in, which is the only way to go, in my opinion. is to bootstrap it
Yep.
ground.
Let me correct that completely. So on the studio, because we had it once on Main Street in Coeur d'Alene, and we got flooded, which we talked about last time. Yeah, and got destroyed. Insurance screwed us. So then we got this new lease on the place.
Yeah,
and it was close to a $700,000 build out. So we had a few investors who were actually members of the place came along and invested.
Yep.
So, we do owe some people some money on the studio. Now, the sister company, Symmetry Sauna, which has become national and going international, like high-end luxury sauna design and build company. Mm-hmm. We bootstrap that, and we have zero. We don't have $1 of debt to anyone.
Love it.
And it's crazy building something at that scale, at the speed we have, without borrowing $1 from anyone. Like a lot of people have been like, "How?" I was like, there was a lot of months where the owners didn't get paid.
Yep.
Like we're eating top ramen at home while our employees are doing quite well, but it's the vision, the long-term vision.
That's
and
awesome.
like you always talk about delayed gratification. Mm-hmm. I'm like, doesn't matter if I don't get paid this month. My payoff's coming.
It will.
Yeah, it'll come in time. And but it's, overall the company's doing fantastic. We've had a bunch of people come to us. People call in and they're like, well, apparently you guys are the best sauna company in America. I'm like, what brought you to that conclusion? Well, they're like, just your website alone. I'm like, yeah, but I go, that could be fake. What if it's all AI? And they're like, is it? I was like, no, it's not. But I was like, before you make that conclusion, let us do a sauna for you. And then, write us a review and let us know if we're really that good or not. Because I'm always like, I obviously believe we're that good. I believe that what we've done is right and we're treating customers right. But it's like, at the end of the day, don't make an assumption until you see us in action, and then you can let us know how we did.
And for folks listening, man, like I want you to know a couple things about Sam. Like Sam's got humble beginnings, grew up in Montana. Like, I only tell people that because I want them to know that like you didn't come from money. Like you've earned everything you've worked. From the sweat of your brow, including owning like painting companies, like actually painting, bidding paint jobs.
Many years.
But you guys have some crazy clientele. I don't know if I'm allowed to share, but like I'll share and you can tell me how to edit it out.
Okay.
But like the Jazz.
Right, Utah Jazz. Yeah.
The owner loves you guys. So like his own coaches, the players, and then he also has a hockey team there. What's the new hockey team in?
Utah Mammoth, the new NHL team. Yeah.
And telling you, I want the world's best sauna for my players.
Right.
I want them to see value. I believe your words was moth to a flame. And then even just normal, regular people like myself.
Oh gosh.
Who want a sauna.
Yep.
Like I have a budget. I'm going to get one.
Right.
It's an investment in my long-term health. Obviously it's not going to look like the Utah Jazz.
No.
Fellow bow hunters like Jocko Willink.
Right.
You're going to go down there soon?
Yes. In about 3-4 weeks.
That's pretty cool. Jocko is a real one.
Yeah.
I have his number. I like to brag.
Do you?
I have his number.
Yeah, he's a cool dude.
I don't ever bug him. And the only time I've ever bugged him, like I did it last year for the December Chub Challenge, he was like, hell yeah, let's do Jocko Week and we'll hook it up.
Oh,
and
nice.
He did a video for me.
That's awesome.
But I just like that he is a real one.
He is.
And he's a bow hunter.
Yep.
Through and through. That'll be cool. I'll definitely tune into that episode.
Yeah, I'll let you know when it comes. But yeah, I mean, Jocko's been super cool to deal with. Yeah. He's been more than generous too. The guy is a real one. He is cool. Like there's no BS about him. He actually, when cause his gym burned down because their old sauna caught on fire. It was a sauna related thing. So his contractor, who's his nephew, reached out to me and he's actually going to be living in Coeur d'Alene part-time because we've all become such good friends with him.
Yeah.
So he goes back and forth between down there and up here all the time. Super good dude, Nick. But just dealing with Jocko, when Jocko finally decided, okay, I'm going with Symmetry Sauna for these saunas at the MMA gym, Victory MMA down there. I texted him, I was like, Jocko, what are we doing? Are we doing this or not? And if not, that's completely okay.
Yeah.
I just don't want to bug you. And what did he say? He's like, some military term.
Affirmative.
Yeah,
10-4.
exactly. That's what he said.
Something like that.
He's like, affirmative, proceed. That was his text. and it's like so Jocko, right?
Yeah.
Affirmative, proceed.
I love that.
And So super cool. But
so the website's symmetrysauna.com.
Yeah, symmetrysauna.com.
Check it out, guys. Like, honestly, check out the IG. Also, if you're in Coeur d'Alene area, please go experience like the red light therapy. You can do the infrared, although Sam will tell you it's not as good as the real deal. Maybe we should touch on that. Sweat it all out. Jump in the cold plunge for a couple minutes. Contrast it up. Finish on some heat. Backfill with some electrolytes. Out your door. Your cortisol levels are going to drop. You're going to get this hit of chill dopamine. At least this is what I get, where like I need a hit of chill dopamine. Like where I'm like, dang, I feel relaxed, but I don't feel tired.
Right. 100%.
That's how I could describe it. And here we are. I'm like, you came back over. We shot bows.
Yep.
I want to talk about your bow setup in a second, but tell everybody about the difference, because I know you carry both, but the infrared's got a lot of buzz behind it, but like we didn't go to the infrared one at all. In fact, you're tearing it out of your building and going to replace it with a regular one. Why?
Right. So the true magic in sauna is called heat stress. So higher heat, right, is going to get you into heat stress faster. You're going to sweat more, and your body is going to produce and release more heat shock proteins. Heat shock proteins are these little things that get released out of your cell. They go around. They're like your friends. They go around and they find cells that are damaged, and they will either attach to them and heal them, or if they're too far damaged, like a free radical cancer cell, they will attach it, and out of your sweat, it goes out of your body. This is your detoxification pathway. The number one way to get heavy metals and microplastics out of your body is through sweat. So this is why 4 or 5 times a week, sweating in a sauna for 15 to 30 minutes, it's the magic. Like this is it. Now in an infrared sauna, right, there are people. So there's a lot of marketing out there on infrared this, infrared that. If you really know, you know, all that marketing is put out by sauna companies that only do infrared. So is it legit? There's really no great long-term studies that show that infrared does anything different than what traditional sauna does. All of the long-term studies have all been done on studies at 165 degrees and higher. Infrared saunas don't get that hot. Now, are there health benefits? There are. But infrared saunas were first brought to the U.S. like late 70s, early 80s for elderly people with rheumatoid arthritis who couldn't stand the high heat of a traditional sauna. It makes sense for that.
Yeah.
So we always ask people, are there any health conditions we should know about before we even talk about a type of sauna? Because we do both. I don't really have a dog in the fight. I just want you to be happy with your sauna experience so you'll use it all the time. That's it.
I like it. I mean, that's not... The fact that you guys sell both, that's awesome. Like you don't have a dog in the fight.
No.
You want what's best for your customers. Let's move on to archery, my favorite topic. So
love it.
One thing that was funny is you mentioned archery talk, right? When you walked in. I will say, what's up, all my archery talk friends. Apparently I'm not very well perceived there. That's fine. But you were saying how it's a pretty good place to like buy used equipment and not get ripped off. I didn't really understand that. So could you, I have no shame in telling people, like, you don't have to go to a pro shop. I want you to go to a pro shop if you're going to buy something brand new.
Right.
And support those small businesses that depend on you. But if you're like an OG gangster and you want to get maybe something, that's an option. What's that like?
Yeah. It basically, like, you know how every bow brand, right? They've got their entry-level bow, kind of their mid-level bow, and they have their
flagship.
Their newest flagship bow. So let's say it's 2026. If you could buy a 2025 flagship bow shot 10 times on Archery Talk for half the price, because let me tell you, bows do not have a resale value.
Right.
Not like a rifle.
Right.
Bows are, when they're 1 year old, it's 50% off. Yeah. So, and this is the archery industry, right? It kind of consumes itself because we're putting out brand new stuff every single year.
This episode is fueled by Black Rifle Coffee Company. Premium coffee roasted by people who live the same lifestyle we do. Early mornings, long days, and no shortcuts. Whether you're grinding through a training session, loading packs before daylight, or driving home from the mountains, Black Rifle delivers bold, consistent coffee you can rely on. ElkShape partners with Black Rifle because they stand for hard work, accountability, and showing up prepared. It's just not coffee, it's fuel for people who demand more out of themselves every day. So next time you're loading up for some energy drinks or some awesome, delicious coffee, apparel, or swag, use the discount code ElkShape20 at checkout. That's never going to change.
No,
that's never going to change.
It's the industry, which is cool. I mean, because I buy
breeds innovation.
I buy out of my own pocket a new bow just about every single year because it keeps me excited about shooting it.
I love that.
Right. And I know maybe my wife, maybe other people are like, God, you spend a lot on this. I'm like, yeah, but it keeps me doing it. Now, is the bow I'm shooting right now better than what I was shooting 4 years ago? It's really not. I was just as accurate with the other one. But it's exciting. It's new. I get to set it up and build it.
To think about so I have a lift over there that's 2 years old.
Right.
I would not I don't enjoy it's a great bow, but dude, you take a Lift X or the Arc 30.
Right.
I can broadhead tune, paper tune, any tune.
Right.
No press, no top hats, nothing. That's a significant difference in experience.
That's true.
I feel really confident. Like when I'm in Texas and if I decide to throw a fixed broadhead on and it's just
flying weird, right?
No press. Like that's a huge advantage just in 2 years. So sometimes the tech really just jumps way out in front.
It does.
And that's one of the things where I would point out where like that's made a huge change. That limb shift technology changed my life. Like that
the new tuning systems that have come out. Matthews, I know Bowtech has had it for a little bit. Truth Archery now has got it.
Which you just ordered one.
Which I just ordered one, and I'm hoping they're around next year, but we'll see.
Yeah.
They're doing their whole thing with Bowtech right now, but the bows they're awesome. They're unbelievable. So we'll see how that goes. But that stuff, it is pretty cool to be able to put your Allen wrench in, move your cam over, and just dial it in with that's amazing. Not have to press it.
What's the tuning system with your? So your primary bow is a PSE Sicario?
Yeah, I have a Sicario right now.
What does Sicario mean?
Sicario is what, some kind of like Mexican drug lord murderer or something? Yeah.
I thought so.
It was it from a movie?
It's like a hitman.
Yeah, hitman.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's kind of a cool name.
So I'm shooting the PSE hitman. And it's so far great. I mean, it's crazy because it's a speed. I guess
Did you shoot it before you bought it?
No.
Okay. I'm wondering how the hell you landed on that. So you just
as soon as that thing came out,
what caught your eye?
I bought it from Spokane Valley. I called Michael. I know Michael pretty well, right? Yeah, Almond. And my guy. But I called him. I'm like, hey, PSE Sicario, Kuyu, Verde, Camo, how fast can you have it? He was like, I'll have it next week. I was like, done. So that was it.
That's gangster.
Right. And then here's the thing is like, if I didn't like it, I'll resell it on Archery Talk and lose a couple $100, which is for some people is massive. And for most of my life, that was a massive loss. Right now, thankfully, I can absorb a couple $100. Yep. And I was like, for me to keep it fresh, to try it out. If I don't like it, I'll resell it. I still have 2 other PSE carbon bows hanging at my home.
Right.
So I have backup bow and a backup bow. So yeah, it's like you always be tinkering. And so, every year I might have 2 or 3 different bows and I might sell 1 or 2 of them. And then next year I'll probably every year, my buddy Adam, and Adam buys like 15 bows a year and sells.
Adam, who I hung out with at Priest Lake this year. I think we were both at Priest Lake.
He said he saw you at Priest Lake.
Yeah.
Dude, I mean, he buys 15 bows a year minimum.
How?
He just did everything that comes out. He tries it. And then he'll resell them. He buys them off Archery Talk. He sells them on Archery Talk. I mean, he's just, I can't even keep up. I see the guy every 2 or 3 weeks and he's got 2 new bows every single time and he's setting them up and he's shooting them. And then he's, his favorite bow of all time, the PSE Dominator Duo 35-inch. It's a target bow. That's what he hunts with.
No kidding.
And he is money with that thing. And so he's trying to find something that he shoots better than that. And so he keeps,
He needs to start his own YouTube channel.
And I think Michael at Spokane Valley he's really pressing him to try this Arc 34 from Matthews, which I've heard a lot of great things about. So, I don't know what the ultimate answer is, but PSE Sicario right now, it's also it doesn't have like limb shift or anything like that, but it's got the 220 shim, which is little snap on.
Okay.
And everyone says you have to press it. You don't have to press it to move the cam.
Really?
No, you can pop them off. You can slide it over and move the shims.
That's a speed bow.
It is.
What, quote unquote.
Yeah.
So at 70 pounds with a 440 grain arrow, what kind of speeds are you seeing at launch?
304 is when I shot it through a chrono.
That's pretty legit.
Pretty fast.
It's pretty fast. Now,
faster than I need.
The brace height's not. What is the brace height's got to be short?
5.25. Yeah.
So how are you seeing left and rights?
You know, when I first got it, which was November, I shot it. I set it up. I shot it out to 100 yards, and I was grouping better than I've ever grouped with any other bow ever.
There you go.
Now today was not the same, so I don't know. Today I was kind of all over the place once I got past about 50 yards. So
I didn't think so.
I mean, maybe it's just because I haven't been shooting as much. So anyway, this spring I'll do a lot more testing with it, and I'll compare it to the Truth bow. I'll compare it. I have the my old standby, my Mach 34 from PSE2.
Is that what you hunted with this year?
Mach 33, which I already sold to get. I traded it in against the Sicario.
Oh, boy.
So I'm always wheeling and dealing. I'm
like that.
Keeping it fresh, keep it new. So we'll see.
I may hunt with the Arc 34 this year. Now, I'm not a big guy. I know people know that. You can vouch. But so that's a lot of bow for me to carry around in the woods. Right. But it is a shooter for me.
Yeah.
Like it is.
It holds well.
Yeah. But the 30 I like the size of the 30 for elk hunting.
I've gotten to where, because I used to shoot much shorter axle bows a lot. Like I shot expedition bows for a long time, and their little 30-inch one that they had, the Explorer SS, which was a missile launcher, by the way. That thing was crazy. And I was really accurate with that bow. But then now, 33 to 34 inch is the sweet spot.
What's your draw length?
28 and a half.
Yeah, I can see that.
It's the sweet spot. It feels good. It holds really well. But we talked about a little bit before this that I did go kind of full target setup this year for my indoor league.
I want people to know
and the super long stabilizer, Michael Allman inspired me. I was like, I'm going to be like Mike, right? I'm going to shoot that 300. And so I got it all set up. It felt good, balanced, arrows were tuned, everything. Started shooting my Vegas rounds, ASA rounds indoor. And dude, terrible. I mean, not terrible, 290s, 293, but same scores I shoot with a hunting bow with almost no weight on it.
Yeah.
And so mid-league, I switched back to my Mach 34. I just turned the poundage down to 60 pounds.
Okay.
Shooting my fat shaft arrows, hardly any weight on it. Had a little back bar with a few ounces and that front stabilizer, the mule, which I carry when I hunt. And I'm just like, dude, I'm getting almost no pin float. It's just sitting there. And I switched back to my Solex Click trigger finger.
I love that release.
Yeah, and me too. And all of a sudden, I'm shooting 295s, 296, 297, and just consistently scoring 3-4 points higher over, and now maybe if I went in and got some coaching with the target setup, and I don't know what I'm doing with the target setup, right? So I was kind of experimenting.
I like that you're using a hunting setup.
Well, that's my thing.
That's
hunting,
what I've been doing all off season.
Yeah.
I haven't touched my target bow.
Right.
I've stuck with the 34 because just like you, I was like, I want to see where I'm at. Can I compete in the bow hunter class?
Right.
I can't. Or I personally don't feel like I'm in.
We could compete. We'd just be out early.
I don't want to embarrass myself.
Yeah, exactly.
So two things.
Yeah.
One, you know how guys like have heroes like Cam Haynes, Michael Waddell, like those guys are like bow hunting celebrities.
Right.
Those guys are cool. I love them all. But like I feel the same way towards these target archer guys. So like Bodie's my friend, but like I look up to a kid who's 18 years old.
Right, exactly.
Kyle Douglas is my friend, but I still like look up to him. And I always tell people I have a man crush on like Levi Morgan.
Right.
Which I do. I just think he's such a good dude. And I just look up to their ability to shoot inside out X's. And their 3D game, sure. I love 3D. I'm way more into 3D than I am indoor, but I do the indoor just like you. And I think you have way more indoor experience than me just because it makes you a better bow hunter. Yeah,
it keeps me shooting through the winter. And honestly, like we were doing just the North 40 Winter League. But what we didn't know, so Adam and I did team. So Adam and I
How's that work, by the way? Is it every other end? You switch?
No. So you basically have to show up once a week and shoot your round. Okay. And then they score it as a team. So you can go anytime that's convenient for your schedule.
So it's out of 600?
Right. Yeah. Okay. And
then your X count.
And so we had won, in the last 4 years, 3 times we've won the North 40 League. And then, we didn't win last year. So I was like, all right, we're going to get redemption.
Who'd you lose to? Let's give them a shout out.
I can't remember their names. It's 2 brothers. and they shoot Lee and God, what's the other guy's name? Anyway, they shoot well. I mean, the one guy's always 298, 299. Like he's good. Okay. And the brother's more like me, like low 290s ish.
Little hot cold.
Yeah. And that's kind of Adam's usually high 290s and I'm usually mid 290s or somewhere in there. So it was pretty close. But anyway, well, we found out. So we're like, Adam and I are shooting this league and we're like, dude, we're crushing everyone. I mean, we're like 1,000 points ahead of everyone. Wow. We're way ahead. And then they tell us, oh, we didn't tell you guys this year. The league is actually against North 40 Havre, North 40 Great Falls, North 40. Regional. So it's against all the North 40s. And I'm like, ooh, maybe we don't have it wrapped up. We still haven't heard. It's been like 3 weeks ago.
Oh, you got to let me know.
I'm waiting to hear if we win. But there was a bunch of prizes, like a bunch of nice 3D targets, a bunch of cool stuff, North 40 gift cards. And so I was like, it was worth doing to keep us busy shooting. Just fun, though.
I got to bring up something that's been bothering me. It's not going to bother you. But I went to ATA. And I was first time in 6 years.
Okay.
It was so good to be back. It's such a small show now. But it was cool to see all the innovation, what's new. And I stopped at the stand booth.
Okay, yeah.
Now, I hunted with the Stan Solix clicker from the time I killed bears in the spring in 25 to all the elk, and all the deer. I've killed everything with that.
Yeah.
Currently, I'm shooting a thumb button.
Okay.
But that could change.
Right.
I went to stand booth and I met a guy named Dan. I guess he's a professional archer.
Okay.
And he showed me this release that's not supposed to be shown until Vegas it's a very popular release. And like a dum-dum, I filmed it vertically. I compiled everything and I sent it off to one of my guys that helps me run social media. And I forgot to tell him, hey, don't publish that.
Oh no.
And so he published it. And not like it's an Instagram story.
Right.
So it goes away in 24 hours.
Right.
But like this Dan guy doesn't have my phone number and it's on the interwebs for its full 24-hour cycle. And the next day I got he sends me a voicemail and it's not very nice. And he's so mad at me. And so like I called him, I'm like, what's up? And I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't know we published that. We shouldn't have. I'm so sorry. I'm sure not that many people saw it. And my Instagram story said about 6,000 people saw it.
Okay.
So I typed him up a really like legitimate apology and sent it to him. Dan, you haven't responded. And so I'm just going to publicly apologize. I did not mean for that to see the light of day and get you in trouble with your boss. And I'm so sorry. And the owner of Stan, dude, if you're mad at me, call me and yell at me. I'll take it. It wasn't that guy's fault, Dan. It's this Dan's fault. I just had to bring that up because I'm bothered that he hasn't I over apologize. In leadership, you always take the ownership and then you over apologize to make sure hey, that was on me.
Yeah, we got to make it right.
I didn't mean to leak that. And I really think Stan makes some of the best releases
out there
by far. And if you're going to shoot an index, I would steer anyone towards that Stan Solix clicker.
Yep.
When did you first get your hands on it?
Year ago, maybe a year ago. Yeah.
Same.
And I love that little click in the middle. You click. And then I know a tiny bit of pressure, it's going. I know some people, maybe it causes anxiety, but for me, it alleviates anxiety.
It used to,
yeah,
well, now I need it.
It gets my brain now knows, okay, I'm there and pull. Yep. That's it. And I love it. And
have you ever gotten to the click on the Stan Solix clicker and had to let down?
I have. Yeah.
It's scary though.
It's super scary because you think it's going to go
I've had no fires.
No, I haven't either.
I think of at least a handful of times where maybe I don't know why it's not breaking and I'm not going to punch.
Right.
And I'm like,
I got to let down.
I got to let down. Let's see how this goes. Let's point this at something.
I know, super scary. Yeah.
And it didn't go off when I let down.
Right. Yeah.
Pretty legit.
No, it's a great release. I like it.
And it's open hook, so fast get on because things happen fast. And this is where I want to finish with elk hunting. I want to lean in on your experience. So I'm going to ask you as many questions as I can.
Okay.
Here we go. On your archery elk setup, do you use a single pin or multiple pins? This podcast is supported by Born Primitive Outdoor, apparel built for people who train hard, hunt hard, and live disciplined lives. Their outdoor line blends durability, athletic fit, and comfort without sacrificing performance in the field or the gym. We partner with Born Primitive because their gear is made for the same mindset ElkShape is built on. Earning your season through preparation. If you're putting in the work year-round, you need apparel that can keep up. So if you're in the market for some hunting clothing or workout gear, use the discount code ElkShape when you're at their website And if you are specifically looking for my recommendations, head over to ElkShape.com and you can see which specific pieces of gear I use in September.
Multiple pins. Either I have one sight and I have Montana Black Gold sights, and I guess I'm the contrarian anymore. I like horizontal pins. I do not like the vertical stack. That I just can't. I can't pin gap with the vertical gap. I don't know. I think it's just because I've been using horizontal my whole life. So anyway, I love that. 3 and a slider. And I heard, this is the rumors on Archery Talk, right? That Montana Black Gold is about to drop a new sight that actually has a super smooth dial, kind of like Spot Hog and HHA. And so if that's the case, I'm sure I'll throw money at it because I really love...
I have video on my phone from ATA that they said don't publish.
Don't publish.
And we actually followed instructions.
Yeah, good job, Dan.
I will show you that when we're done.
Okay.
I did see it.
Cool.
It doesn't, I'll try that.
We'll see.
It doesn't look like a black gold.
Really interesting.
It's going to freak you out a little bit.
I'll have to see. I've liked the brightness of the pins on black gold.
Yep.
I did hunt a lot with the Spot Hog Boonie last season on one bow, and then I had a Montana Black Gold on the other bow.
Okay.
And I kind of switched back and forth day to day which bow I was carrying.
Really?
But the pins on the Montana Black Gold, everything else on the Spot Hog. Yep. If I could just meld these two sights into one. And I really like the overall weight of the Montana Black Gold. They're super light.
Man.
So anyway, and there's so many cool sights coming out right now too. It's
unreal.
Like, dude, it's unbelievable, the
guy
technology.
From Dark Owl is coming Friday. Flying himself up. We're going to hang out and geek out about his new sight.
Yeah, I saw that.
I love the Excel driver, the AccuStat. I like the Excel, but I like the body of the Booney.
Right.
And or I like the Montana Black Gold.
Right.
But the body of the Booney.
Right.
Like
exactly.
I might have to get a machine shop and start figuring out how to do this. I'm not going to, but there's so many, we've never had this many great options.
Right.
And by the way, I thought I liked a vertical pin, like multiple pins.
Right.
Hell no.
Yeah.
I was convinced myself, and then I went back to horizontal, and it's just like what I know.
I think too, my brain just understands that, that picture, I think. Let me tell one kind of funny story from Archery Talk is right after I bought that Sicario. Okay. There was one guy on there telling the whole world that the Sicario can never be accurate because it's such a short brace height and da-da-da-da-da-da.
Is that my boy?
I don't know who this guy was. Okay. And so I said, in my experience, and I haven't shot it a ton, I'm just as accurate with it as I am with any bow I've shot anywhere with a longer brace height or not. I was like, even out to distance, it's been real good for me. And a couple other people said, yeah, same experience here. But this guy, he poo-pooed on it. He was a troll. And so finally I said, I know Bodie Turner and Joel Turner. I will bet you $500 that Bodie will take my Sicario and shoot a 300 indoor Vegas round with it. If you'll put the money up, I will. We'll put the money with someone to hold it for escrow. I was like, and you'll understand that this bow's just as accurate as any other one.
And what did he say?
He said, I'll take your bet. So I text Joel Turner, right? Because I still have his number from the original ElkShape camp I came to in 2019 or whatever that was. And I texted.
When he was the meanest I've ever seen him.
Yeah, he lit me up. It was great. I still appreciate it. But so I text him and I'm like, hey, would Bodie want any of this action? Like, I'll split the winnings with him because I know he's going to win. And he's like, what's the bet? I was like, I bet this guy $500 that Bodie will shoot a 300 with the Sicario. And Joel goes, dude, he goes, I can shoot a 300 with the Sicario. He goes, this is easy work. And he goes, but unfortunately, he's in contract with Matthews and he can't. And I was like, oh, I forgot. Yeah, he signed.
He's a big boy
which
now.
Is good for him. Yeah. Amazing for him. But, it's like, and I just explained to this guy, I was like, look, dude, there are levels of this game and I'm not there and you're not there, obviously.
Yeah.
But these guys, they could pick up a Diamond Infinite Edge and shoot a 300 with it.
I'm pretty sure Bodie's shot a 300 with the Genesis.
Yes. I mean, they're just.
Bodie, screw you.
Exactly. You're too good.
Okay. So elk questions. Okay. Like, Sam, you've been bow hunting a long time. You've had a lot of success. You know what works for you. What works for you when it comes to broadhead selection for elk?
My, The broadhead I've had the most success with is iron will. And I've shot the regular size. This year, I shot an elk with the iron will wide. Mm-hmm. And I'll be honest, I did not hit that elk in a good spot. But thank God I had a giant broadhead and it cut arteries like you can't believe. And he didn't go 50 yards.
Did you find your arrow?
Yes.
Okay.
It was hanging out the opposite side of him. So it went all the way through and just only the fletching was left in him. So it almost passed all the way through, but I had 2 holes in him. He didn't go about 50 yards, but such super sharp, wide. I've had him fly really good. I think kind of like you, like out past 50, 60, 70 yards, the wides start to plane a little bit. But with the regular size, I haven't had any issues out to 100 yards, still flying really well for me. So that's my number.
Using 100 grain wide?
100 grain.
I hate how loud they are.
They're loud.
I like his 150 wides.
Yes.
Because it's all solid.
Right.
And I was dropping to a 340 spine and seeing if I could like lighten up my components to make room for a 150
right.
head, which is, I still kind of leaning towards that.
Yeah.
We'll see. I haven't made my decision yet, but
right.
Last year I shot only 2 elk, and I don't want to say it like that. I had 5 tags.
Right.
So
yeah,
and that's not normal. That was drew everything that I would hope to, and then it was like, oh, yeah,
how are you gonna hunt?
It was don't do what I did. It was dumb. This year I'm trying to just have 2 elk tags.
Right. Me too.
Anyways, I shot a bull in Utah that I could never find my arrow, and I like looked and looked and looked and looked for my arrow. And I still never found it. Never found it. Zipped through them like butter. Great exit, right behind the shoulder. Good enough blood trail. Not great, but also bull died 60 yards from the impact. And then and that's about as far as they've ever gone.
What broadhead was that?
That was the standard single bevel.
Okay.
From Iron
Gotcha.
Will.
Yeah.
And then the bull I shot in Montana, just a rag bull. I want to say it was 50. It was 50 yards even.
Okay.
Great blood trail, right behind the shoulder. Arrow buried in the earth. Again, 60-yard recovery. I think I've used Iron Will on maybe 7 or 8 bulls.
Yep.
I would say all of them did not know they were shot. Do you know what I mean when I say that? It's so weird to me.
Yeah, it's I guess it's just the penetration of that, because I've pretty much gotten a pass through on everyone, and there's not a lot of reaction. Like zip, and the elk, they look around. And maybe trot off a little bit just because they know something happened. But yeah, they don't act like, I've shot mule deer where the mule deer kick and they sprint and they run, or whitetails. Oh my God, they go 8,000 miles an hour. But the elk, yeah, it's like, is it the sharpness of the broadhead?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't pretend to be.
Right.
I know how to make the internet mad, and I try not to. Like some people's business models, I won't say names, is to be polarizing.
Sure.
That's not my deal. But I have made videos that were kind of polarizing in nature because I'm so passionate. I'm like, broadheads fixed for elk, the end. I'm not like that anymore.
Right.
Especially after seeing some of these hybrids come out, like you shot a bull with the Evolution Outdoor
Evolution hide, yeah.
And then, but it's hard for me I'm just talking about me. I don't care what other people do. You do what you got to do. Whatever gives you confidence. But like we go out of Texas and I see myself and some of my friends make not as perfect shots. That's part of archery. Okay. And I've seen the expandables save their ass. I've also seen expandables them make good shots. Myself included, I made a really good shot on a buck, and a entry rib rejected me from a pass through.
Right.
And I'm like,
yeah,
I can't shoot an elk with that. You know? So I think everyone's got to like figure out what gives them the confidence. That's kind of why I was asking you, what do you like?
Here's my preference is first shot, Iron Will, or another really good fixed blade broadhead.
Like?
I've had good success with actually kudu points.
Yep.
The kudu. And my good friend, this year I was with him on opening day. He shot a 5-point bull. It was his first bull elk with a bow.
That's special.
And he's 21 years old. So him and I sitting out we're pinned down by like 100 elk in the middle of this giant clear cut behind a dead tree. And, we're down behind this tree just watching. I'm like, eventually they may feed into range. We'll just sit here. We were pinned. We couldn't do anything. Yep. So I was like, we'll just wait till dark. And then he happened to turn his head around, and there's a 5-point bull standing right behind us, just looking at us, trying to figure out what we were. And he's like, Sam, how far away is that? I was like, it's about 45 yards. He's like, should I shoot it? I was like, yeah. So he's on his knees. He draws his bow, rotates all the way around, rotates all the way around and shoots. And you hear the arrow just like, sounds like a balloon pops.
Oh.
And I was like, I couldn't see where you hit, but man, that sounded good.
That was the sound.
And he was shooting a kudu 150 grain,
yep,
which those are wicked. And it hit him. It hit him right in front of the shoulder, but the hole was giant. He went about 60, 70 yards. I mean, it was
buried to the fletch.
Yeah, it buried to the fletch, and then when he ran, he broke the arrow off.
Yeah.
But he probably went 70, 75 yards at a dead sprint. But it was, I mean, massacre of blood. Yep. It was wicked. And so
that's cool.
I became a fan of that broadhead.
Heard good things about those. That's great.
What else? Those are the main fixed blades that I've been using. Oh, except for day 6.
Yeah. Evo or whatever.
I shot one elk with one of those. Yep. Very nice broadhead. And then, backup shot, because sometimes you do get second and third shots at an elk.
Yep.
That's when I might go either Sever or the Evolution.
Okay.
Yeah.
How many of those are in your quiver?
Usually 2. So I've usually got 5 arrows.
Yep.
Like 3 fixed, and one of those will be an iron wheel wide, 2 regular iron wheels maybe, and then 2 expandables.
We're the same person.
Yeah.
I'm literally like that's awesome. I totally get it.
Yep.
And everybody's got to find their own truth. As I'm getting older, I'm getting better at saying like less polarizing. Like I don't need the controversy.
Right.
And also I don't want people to think like, I just want them to think long and hard about their decisions.
Yeah.
And find their own truth.
Right.
They'll find it.
Yeah.
Just give it time. Everyone seems to have an opinion.
Yep.
You'll figure out that it's usually a happy medium decision.
Right.
Not really heavy, not really light. Maybe it's not mechanical. Maybe it's not fixed. Maybe it's hybrid. I don't know.
I mean, there's a million opinions out there. You got to find what works for you. And I mean, I've never been a super heavy arrow guy. Like I've never gone over 500 grains. I'm always 450, 440, 460, somewhere in there.
That's a safe number.
You get good trajectory.
Yeah.
I feel like you get great penetration if your broadhead is good. And I mean, it's just at 65 to 70 pounds, you're going through most elk,
What's
unless
the lightest you've gone.
I think I shot one elk with a 420 grain.
Same.
And got a full pass through. So again, it's like, but it didn't hit one rib, but no bone besides that.
Yeah.
So, I've had pretty good success with anything in that range. And I do like, I like a little flatter trajectory rather than shooting a 600 grain log out of my bow where I'd be comfortable to 30 yards, but at that point I might as well trad bow and really suffer.
My arc is so fast right now that I'm probably going to have to do something different pin configuration. I don't need a 20-yard pin.
Right. Yeah.
I'm going to need like a 25 or 30-yard pin as my first pin.
Right.
So we'll see, but like I'm similar speeds as you, 303.
Super fast, yeah.
At a 460 arrow, and I just built 440s. So and speed's nice.
Right.
Speed's nice.
It's not necessary.
It tunes everything to me.
Yeah.
Like tune, fundamentals, and then people will talk about placement of shot. I'm trying to get people to say shot selection over placement. Like,
there you go.
First, you got to select the right shot.
Right.
I don't love aiming at the back of a ribs of a quartering away shot.
No.
It doesn't feel right. You're like, God, I should move that arrow up more.
Right.
But no, you should be aiming to go through a little bit of hay to get out where you need to go. Quartering 2, a lot of people shoot out quartering 2, man, unknowingly. They thought it was broadside. How many elk have you killed that you thought was broadside? And when you look at the exit, you're like, that exited liver. It was quartering 2.
I bet I've had three bulls that I thought were broadside. One of them was at 18 yards. I thought he was dead broadside. So I shot him right behind the shoulder. And that arrow was coming out flank on the opposite side.
Yeah, he ain't.
No, he was quartering to me, very much so. And even in my head now, I picture that. And he looks broadside in my head, but I'm like, no, the arrow says he was quartering to me.
Do you know the Dead Nuts 2D targets that I have? Have you ever seen me shoot those cardboard realistic elk?
Yeah, I have a bunch of those also.
Why do you have those?
Yeah. I got them just for cost because at that time I couldn't afford 3D targets.
Right?
Yeah.
And they're very realistic.
They are.
So I've been working with him. We took a bull that I killed in Washington in 2011. Wanaha, Washington. There's a Wanaha, Oregon.
Sure.
There's Wanaha, Washington.
Okay.
I drew that tag. I killed this Wanaha bull in the wilderness, and I sent them pictures of the bull. And so they recreated the bull with the 2D target.
Gotcha.
And they asked me, how do you want it positioned? And I said, quartering 2.
Right.
And I want them to put the quiver app in it so that people could see because I can tell you, I've shot a lot of elk that I thought were broadside.
Right.
More than 3 that I swore to my dad. I'm like,
Right.
oh yeah, he's broadside. And then the blood trail's a lot harder, or
Right.
Why? Because you didn't get both lungs.
Yeah, you get one lung, hopefully some liver,
Yeah,
but
usually liver.
yeah.
So that's coming out soon. I don't know when, but it's the Wanaha bull.
Oh, that'll
I don't know
be
if they're
cool.
gonna call it.
Right.
But it's my bull that I killed.
Nice.
And it's 1/4-2 on purpose. I want
Gotcha.
people to practice, like, because there's a 1/4-2 where you could go in front of the shoulder. It's a very small window.
Yeah, it's got to be. I mean, I call that almost frontal, right? It's
damn
like, yeah.
It's actually worse than frontal. I would say it's even a smaller. It's not a softball size.
No, it's a tiny. That's a tiny
It's a
spot.
tennis ball.
You have to put an arrow,
Or
yeah.
you put it as tight to the shoulder crease as you
Right.
can.
Yeah.
And know that you need to give a little bit more time because it's going to
Right.
be lung,
liver.
And they just don't die as fast, but they definitely
don't.
die. It is a fatal shot.
Yeah,
I think that's coming out soon.
cool.
But those targets
Yeah.
have made my practice, like, I'm not surprised when I'm at full draw on an elk. I don't be like, oh my God, this is such a new.
Right, you've
It's like,
seen
oh,
it.
I've
yeah.
seen this.
Yeah.
I've been here. I visualized. I got practice. So those are pretty.
Right.
They're pretty affordable, and you just replace the core.
Yeah, they're
I
super
bust those
affordable
out all summer long.
Yeah, those are great.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you have a good backstop,
Yep.
those are money. The hardest part when elk hunting is working your butt off day after day after day after day to finally get in bow range of an elk you want to shoot,
Yep.
and then not rushing that shot.
Not get rid of the arrow.
Right. Well, I mean, let's say they're 1/4-2.
Mm-hmm.
Most bow hunters, especially when you've worked that hard, you're all amped up at full draw. Most people can't make themselves wait. It's like, I'm gonna get one in them and hope things go well. And I haven't had it happen, but I remember probably my second, third year of really bow hunting. I was like 19, 20 years old. My buddy and we were going to University of Montana. And at that time, not very many people were bow hunting in 1991. So we were 30 minutes away in our car every day as soon as we got out of class into bugling elk. We had no idea what we were doing, but we called in a bull to about 8 feet, a giant 6-point bull, 1/4ing right to us. And again, we're down behind a log. And as he was coming, I was like, he's coming, he's coming, he's coming. My buddy shooting a PSE Mach 6, 84 pounds.
Damn.
Yeah, we both were for
some.
some reason. And so at about 8 feet, he shoots this thing and the arrow just goes dong. I mean, it sounded like that and penetrated like 2 inches right in the shoulder bone.
Yep.
But at that time, we never found that elk, and that elk was fine.
He did not die.
No. But 84-pound bow, you think that'll blow through anything. It will not blow through that thick part of an elk shoulder.
Especially the knuckle.
Right. Yeah.
A lot of times, people say scaps have different parts that are
The thin part,
really-
you'll go right through.
Yeah,
the
then
thick part, you hit that
there's a
ridge.
spine
Yeah,
of it, there's a
exactly.
ridge.
You won't go through that.
Yeah.
So it's like being patient enough to wait one more step, or just the elk will turn. And I've heard you talk about it. Many other is it'll turn, and then if you cow talk, almost always they stop and look back.
Yeah.
And now you have a better shot.
It's crazy. I will say to Joel Turner this year, I yo'd
Oh,
at a bull for the first time ever. I'm a cow caller.
Right.
I'll cow call and stop them.
yeah.
In Montana, I went, yo, and I'm already at full draw. MFR didn't even stop.
He didn't.
Just kept going. And I think I text Joel this. I was like, your yo doesn't work as every time.
It doesn't
like
work
you used
every
to.
time.
Every time. But
Or your sexy little calf sounds. They
yeah.
don't work every time, Joel.
every time. Plus, a lot of people don't sound as good as you, Joel.
Right. Yeah.
But
yeah.
I still think the yo is a good idea because it's like a bark.
Right.
And the bark does
Yep.
just make them freeze and
Yeah.
look.
Makes them look.
Which is a good idea. So we're talking about like when you're at full draw, you see an elk and you want it to stop in your lane instead of going cow call, which may end up sounding like a dying duck.
Right.
Because you have so much adrenaline.
Yeah.
Have you ever made a dying duck sound?
Terrible.
Like,
Yeah.
But yo is something you can get out of your mouth every
Right.
time and it will stop them. I had a time where it didn't work this year, which was, it was of course the first time I tried it, but yeah, it's great. Well, Sam, thanks for coming over today.
Yeah.
I appreciate you're living out what I aspire to be as far as the older I get, not taking my foot off the gas pedal.
Right.
I want to finish with, and it's okay to talk about the good Lord here. We're unashamed.
Right on.
The legacy that you're trying to write for your children and your family
Right.
as a man of faith, as not a perfect person.
Right.
You are human,
Yeah.
saved by God's grace. Kind of just finish talking about your legacy.
Yeah, my legacy is number one things in our family is God. Then this is my priorities. God, my relationship with God. Jesus, I'm talking about the God of the Bible. That's the one I believe in. My relationship with my wife comes second. And I tell my kids often, hey, I love your mom more than I love you. I want them to know she's number one, and then you guys are next in line, right? So there's a hierarchy: God, mom, kids. But we're trying to raise them in a way to love people, respect people, treat people right, know honesty, and really, it's what example did Jesus and his disciples leave for us? And let's learn that and try to walk this path that way. And then, and everything else comes after that is business, hunting, all these other, I've got a million things I love to do, and it's hard to find time to do them, but those things are important to me too. So, but making a way for those to fit in with the family. And, my wife is such a stud. Every morning, and we homeschool our kids. She does. And she was not a teacher or anything like that, but she is now amazing.
Yeah, she is.
So she's, every morning they're in the Bible together. Every night they're in the Bible together. And when I can be there, I'm in it too with them. But just a few things, like I'm really trying to instill in my kids that every year, if we're doing New Year's resolutions or goals, right? I was like, I want you guys to have a spiritual goal. I want you to have a physical goal, something that you're working at physically, getting fit, and they're all in jiu-jitsu now, so they've got these goals. I want you to have a creative goal, whether it's guitar, piano, art, something to get that creative juice going, and then just a family goal. Like, what are we doing? So in let's see, first week of April, we're going down to Mexico, outside of Tijuana, to do a house building thing, which we've done in years past too. Take the kids down there, and it's, even though we're trying to do everything right with our kids, they're spoiled Americans. Let's be honest. Like, we have everything at our access here. So to go to somewhere like Tijuana, Mexico, or somewhere else that's very third world, and my kids hang out for a week and they play with trucks in the dirt with Mexican kids, they get to see it's not like that for everyone. And we're going to do something really special for this family who lives in the back of their truck. At the end of this week, they're going to have a home. And we're going to do the hammering, the nailing. Even my little 8-year-old guy will be up there putting roof shingles on a house. So super cool. We try to do stuff like that just to, and like missionary trips and all that. Yes, it does something for the people you're serving, but honestly, it changes me more than it changes something for them. It gives me perspective. And then I can wake up every day and be grateful to God for this blessed life. It's amazing.
If you guys listen to this pod, it's 1 hour and 12. I looked at the reader. The last 2 minutes was my favorite part, dude.
Same here. Yeah.
That is so cool. I respect you so much, Sam. This is my friend, Sauna Sam. Be sure to check out our YouTube video where we spend the day together just trying to get ready for elk season and inspire you to do the same. Separations in the preparation. We'll catch you on the next one. Wilderness Athlete is trusted fuel for performance, recovery, and health. Their supplements are clean, effective, and designed for endurance athletes and hunters alike. From hydration to sleep to joint support, this is nutrition you can rely on year-round.